Let's learn a little history about Pilates. So, for those of you who don't know, Joseph Pilates created a book and it is called Return to Life. Inside, you'll find some of his philosophy on life, as well as the whole mat exercises, too, with complete directions and pictures by Joseph. Dash loves to read and the book as well too. So this is the book to grab, Return to Life. You can easily find it on Amazon or anywhere else. A little less than 100 pages, so it's a quick, simple read. But basically, the creator of Pilates is Joseph Pilates, and he was born on December 9th, 1883, over in Germany. That's where Pilates originally started from. Initially, Joseph Pilates was very sick as a child. He had things like asthma and rickets, and he created the whole mat work to help rehab his own body and really get himself in a more healthy state. And once he proved the method on himself, he was then able to deliver it to other people. And that started happening more in World War II when that broke out. He was in the camps and there were injured war victims and things like that happening. And he was a genius man, and he really took things like a twin bed system and put springs on it and helped people rehab their arms and legs by utilizing a kind of modified reformer Cadillac setup that he helped create. He did not invent the spring, so to speak, but he invented the system of the exercises that he utilized. And later on, after the war, Joseph Pilates came over to New York, where he met his wife slash girlfriend, Clara. And together they opened up kind of a studio concept in New York. And that's where it really started to take off once it came to America. At that point, Joseph Pilates attracted clientele such as dancers and boxers. A lot of them had injuries as well too in their bodies, and they were able to use Joseph Pilates' method as well as his many pieces of equipment. And through that, he was able to rehab them and help them progress and be more athletic than they had been in the past. And it was very impressive. A lot of it was just spread through word of mouth, and people were very excited to have his system of Pilates as a thing in their tool belt. Back in the day, there weren't necessarily Pilates classes or even a private that you would schedule. Joseph Pilates had more of kind of the open gym concept. So you would come into a studio, you'd leave a tip in the tip jar, you'd go over and do your workout on his equipment that he had in the studio, the apparatuses, and he would have posters on the wall that would have him or other people depicted in pictures showing all the exercises. So that would be your visual to know what to do. And then you, as a client in his studio, would know kind of the setup and the springs. Joseph Pilates or Clara might come around to help and assist you. But there was a lot of autonomy that was utilized back in the day in that first studio, so to speak, that Pilates created. It wasn't originally called Pilates either. It was called Contrology. So Joseph Pilates named it that because he felt your mind is controlling your body. And it was this whole system he kind of invented. A lot of calisthenics were involved, but he basically studied a lot of different modalities, such as yoga and boxing and gymnastics and fencing and martial arts, things like that, and kind of combined them all together to create what we call now Pilates, which obviously is named after Joseph Pilates then. Stay tuned and we will learn more about the magic that is Pilates.